butter.
What the f am I watching? Is this seriously the new age of social media fitness influencers? God fucking damn, people aren't even trying to hide their steroid use anymore. They're just straight up promoting it now. Like, bro, there's actually no fucking way this is the content you're putting onto social media. What about this shit is actually attractive to people? No way people watch this content and think, yeah, I should hop on steroids as well now. Alright everyone, welcome back. Today, TikTok gym influencers are going dark. I've made plenty of videos at this point about the worst TikTok gym influencers out there, but honestly, Munk Army, I think this one might be the most dangerous and worst influencers I've ever seen in my entire life. This guy right here is called David J. Rowe, who has a huge following of over 150,000. And this guy essentially directly and indirectly is promoting the use of performance-enhancing drugs, with some edits we've just seen right there, and plenty more we'll be looking at today. The first thing you'll notice about this motherfucker is that he has in his bio, not a role model, which is absolutely the biggest fucking cop-out I've ever seen. Just because you say you're not a role model, David, doesn't mean you fucking aren't one. You may not want to be a role model, but the position you've placed yourself in makes you one, so you've gotta act like one. And sitting here promoting the use of performance-enhancing drugs is absolutely not the right way to go about being one. And another thing you'll notice is that this guy's sponsored by Young LA, which, I mean, make of that what you will, bro. This guy's literally getting paid to make shit like we've seen in the intro. So without wasting any more time, let's see just how awful this motherfucker David gets. Okay, so if you thought I was joking when I was saying that this guy's literally promoting steroids, here's proof that I'm absolutely not. I wonder if there's anything that can speed up my process with the brain emoji. Well, I can think of a couple of things: eating a better diet, training harder and more often, and recovering quicker. But of course, bro, it's 2024. The best way to speed up your progress is of course taking PEDs, isn't it, guys? Fucking hell, like what kind of a video is this? This is why I fucking hate Instagram, bro. They'll take down some bullshit videos for harassment and bullying, but some 20-year-old can glorify steroids to literal children, and it's okay to just roam around the platform and spread shit like this. As true and as funny as my caption is, I want to be very clear to everyone that using PEDs is probably the smallest part of why I look the way I do. No, buddy, it's the biggest part of why you look the way you do. You're taking fucking steroids. I nailed my diet and training long before I even thought about taking it to this level, not to mention, in my opinion, I achieved a crazy physique naturally, and lastly, respond better than 90% of people to these compounds. Mate, if you already had a crazy physique to begin with, why the f would you start taking PEDs? Normally people take steroids because they don't like how they look, or they think that they're missing out on something, which is stupid as f. Also, don't sit there adding disclaimers like, oh, I respond better than most people, so be careful guys now. No one reads all of that fucking caption while they're watching some Instagram reel with a bunch of flashing lights and bullshit. No one reads the caption, so it doesn't matter that you're putting the disclaimer there. That's like me telling my audience that they should go buy a Munk Army channel membership to become part of the Munk Army, and then put the link to join the Munk Army for only $4.99 a month for a limited time only at the complete bottom of my description. Of course I'm not gonna do that. If I actually want people to check it out, I'd tell them to click the join button next to the subscribe button on my channel page, or click the top link in the description so they can check it out for themselves. That way they'll get custom emojis, channel badges, shoutouts in every video, and hearts in all of their comments on my channel. So pretty much, if you want to warn people that taking steroids is bad, do it in the fucking video. These videos are to grab attention because at the end of the day I'm here to entertain you, and this is my full-time job, so I have to put out what does well. That is not a fucking excuse to blatantly promote PEDs, mate. I don't care if it's your full-time job, I don't care if you need the money to live to the next day. The harm you're doing to the fitness community, and especially to your young impressionable audience, is absolutely terrible, and you should know that. One cycle can't hurt, and then pans to a compilation of him absolutely jacked. Yeah, but no guys, he isn't promoting PEDs at all, is he? Come on bro, let's get fucking real here. Edits like this and the videos that this guy is making are 100% getting people to think about taking PEDs themselves. Bro, what was the cycle? Why the f do you want to know? Now let me just say something right now to you all in the Munk Army right now, which is something I've said a million times before, but some people don't particularly understand until I've said it a million times. There are times where it's absolutely necessary to take PEDs, and I do 100% understand that, and it is okay to experiment with different things. If you're a full-time bodybuilder where it's your job to have the best physique, then fair enough, right? If you've got consent from your doctor and you absolutely need to take them, then go ahead, bro. I'm not gonna stop you. But recreational use like we're seeing right now, where you just go to the gym normally, you know, 7 days a week, and you're not even competing at this point. And maybe you just don't like how your physique looks, and for some reason you think that taking PEDs and getting a bigger physique is gonna make you happy, which is the stupidest reason I've ever heard. You've absolutely got no idea just how you're gonna respond to taking this stuff, and no one does. You're quite literally gambling with your health here, and for what reason? Just to get a better physique? And the worst part about this, bro, is that once you start taking them, you can't just turn back. There's no such thing as just taking one cycle and then just hopping off because, oh, I don't like it. In some cases, bro, you're gonna end up like Coach Greg, where you have to take a prescribed amount for the rest of your life, otherwise your hormone levels are gonna get all f***ed up. Also, just as a side note here, putting this video is for entertainment purposes doesn't mean sh**. Again, whether you like it or not, your audience look up to you and what you're doing as what you should be doing. No one reads the bottom of the description where it disclaims the purpose of the video. Again, going back to my example, if I were to promote something like my Munk Army channel membership where you get a ton of benefits for $4.99 a month, I'd tell people to click the join button on my channel page or the top link in the description. I wouldn't hide it right at the bottom of my description like a dumbass, would I? Okay, now while this all may be true, you know, my body, my choice, blah 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 blah, the problem isn't you taking PEDs, David. Some would argue that it's terrible for you, which it is, but who am I to sit there and tell a fully grown man what they can and can't do? I'll sit here and criticize you for it, right? But I'm not gonna sit here and say that you should be changing what you're doing, right? That's your choice, you're an adult, do what you want. The problem here is, David, that whether you want to admit it or not, you're promoting the use of PEDs to children under the age of 18. You have a very young audience, bro. 10 years off your life, gear is cheating, all that to look natural, RIP by age 40, fake gains. All of this shit is true, David. Yeah, sure, it's your choice, but that doesn't mean you need to glorify them indirectly promoting them. I mean, Arnold is 76, Ronnie is 59, and Lee Haney is 64. Ronnie Coleman's in a fucking wheelchair, first of all. Also, just because the top 1% of steroid-taking bodybuilders ended up just fine, doesn't mean that 16-year-old Charlie is gonna end up fine as well. Hope people see this. When you practice proper harm reduction, get blood work done, and take the right supportive supplements, you can breeze past your middle age while healthy. Okay, bro, look at Joe Linda, look at Rich Piana, look at so many bodybuilders who died before the half of their expected lifespan. David, again, just because there are some anomalies doesn't mean that the rule is the same. Taking PEDs will, for a lot of people, decrease their life expectancy, and for you to come onto Instagram and act like that it's any different just because you respond well to them is outrageous. Now, this video isn't to completely shit on this guy. Clearly what he's doing works for him and what he's doing, and he's passionate about something, which is great. I'm not telling this guy that he's a terrible person for taking PEDs. This is just a video to say that you shouldn't ever A, promote the use of PEDs, and B, ever take PEDs without consent from your doctor. And also C, that you should check out Munk Army channel memberships at the top link in the description, or click the join button, $4.99 for a limited time. Anyways, I'm done with David. Click the video on screen right now because YouTube thinks you'll enjoy it, and I'll see you all over there. Subscribe.